Hi, and welcome to Conrad Seidel's Beer of the Week. This week's beer is an IPA, which is a rather popular style in many countries. But believe me, when I was starting to write about beer some 30 years ago, in Austria, no one would know about India Pale Ale or IPAs. They simply were not known here. The style was rediscovered in America. Craft beer movement in America rediscovered India Pale Ale, a style that was even almost forgotten and almost extinct in England. But then in the last few years, brewers in Europe rediscovered the style and said, well, if the Americans can brew it, we can brew it in places like Rieder im Innkreis, Bierregion Innviertel. So this is a region where they have lots of traditional breweries. And one of them, the Rieder brewery, said, we have a small brewery where we do our test batches, and we'll try an IPA there. And they did. And it turned out to be very much according to style. Look at the beautiful color. It's amber colored, has a very beautiful white head. And an aroma of citrus fruit and also just a hint of malty sweetness. Slightly refreshing on the palate with a good, almost peppery bitterness, and then a bold hop, malty character that has some hoppiness to it. The hops is always very present, but then there's a good malty body. Even a hint of sweetness, but then it finishes dry. So this is what you expect from an IPA. An IPA could be very bold, but it should finish very dry. Because when these beers were brewed in England 200 or more years ago, they were shipped to India, and on their way to India, they would mature, they would get drier and drier, and so a good IPA should finish very dry, which this one does. So in this very traditional beer region, they said, well, we could brew this on our small pilot brewery, but we could brew bigger batches. Small bottles, small brew house, big brew house, and they were very successful. In fact, Rieder brewery was about the first traditional brewery in Austria to reinvent the style and brew it for their traditional customers. And it proved to be successful. Even if these people are used to drink Weizen beers or Helles, they find out there's more to beer. It's just a fantastic beer, and it even works with the traditional food, like bacon, lard, very healthy, very hearty food. And then you have this bold beer, and you want to have more of it. Well, I promise you, we'll have another Conrad Seidel's Beer of the Week next week. And the only thing I'm missing, the only thing I'm really missing, is the bacon. Well, hope to have this next week. Cheers.